For nearly 2 years, Ikram Abdelmouti would check from the rooftop of her home in Sudan's capital Khartoum and see if checkpoints set by the paramilitary rapid support forces were still down the road. Her life was disrupted when the war between the army and the paramilitary RSF started in April 2023. The RSF had taken over her neighborhood during the first days of the war and set up roadblocks on 60th Street, one of Khartoum's famous streets. The army reclaimed control of the street days ago. Ikram says leaving home when the paramilitary was around was hard.
60th Street was full of roadblocks from start to end, 2 to 3 minutes apart, and they would interrogate you when you were out on the street. People used to suffer, especially the traders. They would steal your money, your phone, and accuse you of being part of the army, even if you were just a civilian. They would beat and humiliate everyone, even the children.
Wijdan was 7 months pregnant when she left her home seeking safety during the first days of the conflict. She says roadblocks and constant interrogations by the RSF caused her to miscarry.
The RSF got me on the street and forced me to move a lot. My twins died in my stomach. I came back to Khartoum city, but there were roadblocks and checkpoints. The RSF kept stopping me, asking for my papers, asking for proof that I'd had a caesarean operation. So I kept showing them the wound. I finally got home and I stayed there.
Dozens of families stayed behind as residents who could fled the RSF. That meant living without access to basic services such as running water and electricity. This street gives a glimpse of what life was like under the paramilitary. Stores for food and other commodities have been looted and left bare. Trade and commercial buildings have been destroyed. Those who've remained say life has been hard, and now that the army is in control, hope for some return to normalcy. Khartoum's governor promised to restore basic services.
We now have hospitals that have resumed operations, and we have functioning hospitals in parts of South Khartoum. We can build on that. We will get hospitals to work here as soon as possible. But water and electricity are the basics for us, along with humanitarian assistance for people here, and we are working on urgent interventions in these sectors.
Amid the destruction and lack of services, residents along this street celebrate the army's victories. Those here say after nearly 2 years, they can now move about freely and take steps to return to the world they left behind when the war started. Hiba, Al Jazeera, Khartoum.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.